this is something that has always been close to my heart ever since I was a kid. This is something that I am really passionate about, and this is something that I would regret if I didn't do it kasi Hi, my name is Giul Sanchez. I am a writer and a filmmaker. The passion and the decision to actually really push through with this kind of career started about 3 years ago. So yun, I'm still new, I'm still a baby, I still have a lot to learn. I got into writing and filmmaking ever since I was a kid. I would really write a lot of stories, and I'm such a film buff because my parents are. They would watch until the end of the credits, and they would know like this was directed by this person, ito yung actors sa film na to. So the passion has always been there ever since I was a kid. But recently, when I got into arts and culture, because I got reintroduced to that, and I got to relearn where I come from as a Cordilleran, I really got into it. I was so in love with the idea of documenting these things for preservation and to promote it. So that's when I really got into it, and I fell in love with filmmaking, and I wanted to continue writing about, you know, my heritage. Being a writer and a filmmaker, it was a very active decision because this is something that has always been close to my heart ever since I was a kid. This is something that I am really passionate about, and this is something that I would regret if I didn't do it. Kailangan kasi buksan yung consciousness ng bawat isa sa maraming bagay. So I think the most effective way to do that is through film. One of the most effective ways to do that is through film. And of course, it's also the quality of content that you put out there. So as a writer and as a person who would really love to write about important things in the community and society, it's very important that our content, like the things that we write, the things that we talk about, are things that matter and things that will help change the world kahit gaano pa kaliit yan. These are very important to me. So it's through filmmaking that I feel I am most effective at telling my stories as a human being. Art for me is something that should awaken people. Art is something that should alleviate people from low frequencies. Art is something that makes every human being special. Ang dami kong description ng art. Pero art is just, it's humanity's way of telling the world that everything will be okay. No matter how hard things get, there is art. Art feeds the soul, art feeds the mind, art feeds the community in so many special ways. More than the physical, it is in the realm of the higher dimensions. That's what art is for me. I think what makes Baguio artists unique is that we have such a rich and colorful history. Our heritage is so rich and vast. There is so many things that we can, you know, just discuss through visual arts, through film, through music. There's so many things na pwede nating i-showcase as artists because we have been given that kind of history, that kind of sense of community here in the Cordillera. So that's so beautiful. I stay here and I keep coming back in Baguio is because this is home. This is home for the creatives. This is where you can think clearly because it's quiet and there are trees around you. So we're very lucky, actually, Baguio artists. We're so unique in such a way that we're blessed with all of these things, we have all of the tools that we need in order to be creative here in Baguio. So, walang excuse. Charot lang. I think people should support local businesses and local artists first, because you know, it's very important for us to show value towards these smaller businesses, because like if we keep supporting all of the bigger ones, I mean, we can't help but do that. It's capitalism, it's consumerism and all that stuff. But it's very important now that this is what is being put forward, to support local, to always support local now, because it's the small businesses that actually make the world a better place. They're the ones who have advocacies. They're the ones who do things because they have a purpose in everything that they're doing. Hindi lang sila pera-pera. So it's very important for us to develop that kind of sense of community in that way by supporting local first. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to na-support local ka lang. You know, of course, sometimes we have to, you know, buy from the big ones, but it's so important because they are the ones who live with purpose. Social enterprises matter because they contribute so much to the communities and to society. One of my, I guess I can call it one of my advocacies is to really put people on a pedestal. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I really like writing about people who manifest goodness in the world. Pag nakikita ko na they're really helping the community and they're so good at what they do and they don't forget that their community. Gusto ko sila ipagmalaki. Like, I'm so proud of this person. This person is doing this. Not just for money, not just for himself, but this person is doing it for the community. So, I'm really crazy about those people na talagang, I mean, sometimes I get smothered na parang, uy, grabe naman yung ano, sobra-sobra naman. Like, it's just so important for us to give platforms to these people and to tell everyone that this person exists, this person does this and that for the community. They want to contribute to society. This is why this person is special. Putting people on the spotlight and telling people na, uy, grabe, galing niya, ganon. It's very important for me talaga na they are seen, they are recognized, they are acknowledged for the work that they do, especially if it's for the community at para sa pangkalahatan ng mundo. Fashion for me is, of course, self-expression. I've always dressed weird ever since I was a kid. So, you know, people know that I'm weird and I'm kind of, you know, weird talaga ako. And I'm okay with that. Now that I am a full-grown adult, although still immature, like, I'm very proud to, like, show people that this is how I dress, this is who I am. You wear how you feel. You wear who you are. It's your identity as a human being. So, it's basically who you are, and it's what represents your soul. I wear whatever I want, and yun, that's me. There's this one person that I really want people to know about, kasi when you look at him, he's kind of intimidating because he's, you know, seryoso and everything, ano siya, maskulado, ganun. Si Hanjong, I know my bias and everything. Hanjong Kapuno, because recently that we have been, you know, dating and whatnot, nakilala ko siya in a deeper sense, you know. Nakilala ko siya, he's so passionate about the things that he does. He's so good in filmmaking. He's such a storyteller. He's such a deep person, and he is absolutely in love with his heritage. Yun naman, kaya talagang ginawa ko yan. Hindi na nakahinga, naiiyak. Talagang ginawa ko yan, ganun eh. But I think people should know about him because he's just amazing. He's an amazing individual who automatically, para siyang ipinanganak sa mundo to advocate for culture. Kasi his parents are brilliant people who taught him. Kaya he is half his mom, half his dad. And he's so good. He's good in film and he really cares. That's what matters to me, ha. a person who really cares for his community. Because if, people can use it for clout, people can use it para sumikat, people can use it, pero Hanjong really, really cares about his Cordy community, and that's very important. Hanjong is very authentic, and he deserves to be acknowledged for that. Hanjong Kapuno! Yay! Future Oscar awardee! I love Baguio so much that kung papipiliin ako ng any other place in the world, kahit sabihin mo, Siargao or mga ganon, Baguio pa rin. I mean, there are so many beautiful places in the Philippines and in the world, but that's how much I love Baguio, because Baguio, there's just something about it. It's like, it always hugs you. Like, kahit saan ka pa nanggaling, it knows who you are. It's so accepting, and it just embraces you with all its heart and authenticity. Yun. 10 years from now, my dream talaga is to be able to show the world that Filipino cinema is world-class, and that Filipino cinema should comprise of more stories about culture and heritage. Gusto ko, dream ko na, marating natin yun just as much as Korea is able to take over the world now because of their content, and people just love them so much. So 10 years from now, or maybe less, hopefully, Filipino cinema, Filipino content will be something that will be valued worldwide, and I want to be an instrument for that to happen. Sana manalo tayo worldwide through me. Grabe naman. Yan. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Ganda.
Yay! Aww. Naiyak naman ako ng kay Hanjong. Bias bias.
Kala ko sasabihin mo yung tatay niya.
Hindi, siya naman.
Sweet naman. Sweet.